You probably tried to change someone's opinion before. Whether you're trying to sell something or convince someone, it can be hard. Here's 5 persuasion methods you can use to change someone's mind. 1. Make them question their opinion. This method is for when you're trying to change someone's thoughts or opinions on something. You might think that if you just prove your point logically, common sense will make the other person accept your point, but that's not how it works. Even after you lay your facts, the other person will still hold on to their thoughts and make up ways to defend their position. Just because you might be right doesn't mean they will accept it. If you want to change their mind, you have to ask them questions to get them to find holes in their own argument. Once they find the holes in their argument, they will be more willing to change their position, since they feel as if they were the ones that changed their thoughts, instead of the one being convinced. Let's go through an example. Let's say someone is saying the moon landing was faked, and you're trying to change their mind. Instead of giving them facts, ask them how it was faked. Let them explain themselves, and question the parts that don't make sense. You might not get them to change their stance at the end, but this has a way higher chance of making them change their stance, as opposed to just giving out the facts and hoping they change their mind. 2. Get them in a good mood. You can use this method when trying to sell something or when you're asking for something. When you're in a good mood, you tend to be more willing to help someone or buy something. If you see that the person you're trying to convince is in a good mood, your job will be a lot easier. On the other hand, if the person is in a bad mood, you should try to improve their mood before you ask for something. Something you can do to improve the other person's mood if you don't know them is to find things you have in common. People view other people that share their interests in a more positive light, and it can help boost their mood. If you're trying to get a favor from a friend and they aren't in a good mood, you can try to cheer them up by talking with them about what they are going through. If the person you're trying to convince is not in a good mood, do your best to improve their mood, or wait until their mood is better, so you have a better chance of convincing them. 3. Make it seem like a rare opportunity. This is something you see in ads and marketing all the time. You probably have seen a lot of ads telling you to act now, or else the offer will be gone soon. This technique relies on the scarcity principle. When someone thinks that what they have to gain is in short supply and will disappear soon, they are more likely to take action. People are also more likely to take action because they might feel like they will miss out if they don't get that opportunity before it's gone. This technique is well known in sales and marketing, but you can also use it to convince someone to do something. If the event is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, or this is one of the few times they can do something with you, let them know, so it creates a sense of scarcity. This is one of my favorite methods to use when I try to organize plans with friends. I am usually a very busy person, and I let them know that opportunities where both parties have time to do something together are rare. As long as you're not lying, this is something you can use to change someone's mind. 4. Know your audience. If you know who you're trying to convince or who you're trying to sell to, you can adjust your strategy better. If you don't understand your audience, you most likely won't succeed. If you're trying to get a favor by offering up a favor in return from someone who isn't fond of quid pro quo or this for that, your chances of succeeding are much lower. On the other hand, if the other person is fond of the persuasion tactic you use, your chances of succeeding are higher. Figure out what makes that person tick, and if there are any persuasion tactics they are not fond of. If you're selling something, you can use psychological targeting to market to certain people that are more likely to buy your products. Social media collects other people's data, and you can use that data to target people. 5. Let the other person know everyone is doing it. When something is trendy, a lot of people hop on the wave and buy the item or do the thing. If you're trying to convince someone to do something, let them know that everyone is doing it. For example, back when crypto was getting more mainstream, people would convince other people to invest in it by saying everyone was buying Bitcoin or Ethereum. When people see that there's a lot of people doing something, they are more likely to follow along. This same concept can also work if you're trying to sell something. If you can make your item trendy, the item will sell more as people talk about it more and bring more awareness to your product. Trying to change someone's mind or convince them can be hard. I hope the tips mentioned in this video can help you be more persuasive. Just don't do anything unethical or slimy, since that will make the other party feel terrible. Which set was your favorite? Leave a comment below, and check out the video shown on the end screen about manipulative tactics to watch out for, so you know if someone is trying something unethical to try to change your mind.